intro. Y'all ain't ready for this. The disrespect is real.
I don't give a fuck. I'll do it again. I'm not above it. I am that snake bitch.
No, it's okay. You guys are all welcome to trash Queen in the chat. We'll hold a whole panel on Queen.
I am honest to a point, but a lot of the things I talk about aren't true.
Wait, somebody not telling the truth on YouTube? Are you fucking serious? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Got a monster inside of me. You better watch out if you ignite me's a road ahead of full prophecy to be the greatest beast the world has ever seen. I feed him every day like the bones clean. I feed him all the hate and he grows me. And he gets caused real big, pissed off quick. And if you cross him, you might drop dead. Metaphorically, of course, settling this war. Never getting bored, loves the blood and gore. Always wanting more freedom from the source. They don't really understand until they feel the fourth departed. If you start shit, you'll be heartless in the darkness. Torn apart quick, you left scars ripped. You'll be chewed up and discarded.
Me and my friends, we're gonna find you and we're gonna rip you apart like a wave hammer.
Snakes don't get a fucking safe space. If she wants to keep it going, then we'll keep going. If she wants to stop the bullshit, then we'll stop the bullshit. But I'm not gonna fucking sit here and let anybody lie on my motherfucking name.
Bring your ass. The fucking link is in the chat. That's
Oh, loose booty, wet panty looking ass boy. Replay that, Queen. Her name is Queen. It ain't really so much Queen. Queen B. Queen B. Queen B. Okay, there. Queen B. Queen B's money. Queen B ain't got no money. Queen B.
She always fucks some shit up. I don't know why PJ doesn't get his ass on a motherfucking leash and get his ass under control. Fuck.
Better than never. I can feel my heart rate, adrenaline pressure. It's stormy weather, lightning, thunder, pouring weather. Yo, I'm a go-getter, try to do it like me, but I do it better. I got a mind that's clever, the beast inside is competitive as ever. I'm conscious, my subconscious, an accomplice to me. I promise the darkness, I can honest believe. But don't cross me, I might lose control of the lost beast. He's locked away inside with the key control by fight or flight.
And I haven't brought it public, you know why? Because someone that I was fucking close to is in the middle of a goddamn lawsuit. How do I get my hands on your stuff? Because I need something to clean these titty props. My job is just not doing it.
Bring your asses. As simple as that. Come in. I mean, bring it. Bring your asses. Hey, don't get Queen B and her 550, 600 servants. Bring their asses out.
You might have started it, but I'm gonna finish it.
Absolutely. Or go to somebody else's panel. Let me just say Queen B's panel. I'm telling you, we all need to go up on Queen B's panel because that seems where everybody's going. I guess Queen B is like the god of YouTube.
Queen B Escobar, bro.
She's in China just making drugs.
You know, I run the cartel on the YouTubes. I run the cartel here. You know what I mean? Like, because that's what boss bitches do.
Exactly.
Beefing with the Queen B because I heard the stinger sucks.
This lady Queen B with the lip ring is innocent. You two weirdos are being weird. No, I know who this is. You're the lady that was on Molly Go Lightly.
No. You have no doubt QB could hold her own with any female on YouTube. Let me tell you something we all learned a long time ago.
I would fuck her up and drag her from here to China. Let's meet one-on-one.
Writing checks their mouth can't cash. Bitch, I didn't write a check my mouth can't cash. I cash all them motherfucking checks.
And I cannot for the life of me understand why people put her on a pedestal. And these allegedly smart people put her on this pedestal like she's something important.
We got to tell you about yourself. It's your fucking old lying ass over there. Is her fucking name obnoxiously relevant?
No, because she
I know, she changed it.
She meant to say obnoxious and irrelevant. That's what she meant to say.
And coincidentally, it sounds exactly like Queen Bee's voice because, as I've always thought, Queen Bee is using some sort of slight distortion on her voice when she broadcasts.
Exposed!
Queen Bee exposed! Oh my god, bitch. Did they get that Dugan?
Did they get that Dugan? That shit chronicles of the shady. You better fucking shut your mouth with that. Bro, stop.
Wow. What in the hell? Someone told Queen Bee that you said it was her hacking your emails. What the hell is wrong with people?
Take your ass to bed. It's fucking past your bedtime. Go on now.
Right? Why you gotta be crying?
Fucking killing the vibe, bitch. Take your ass to bed. Boston, no, I'm not capping at all. I'm telling the whole truth.
Good, right? Anyway, guys, I'm gonna skedaddle. You know me, skedaddling away. See you guys.
Pumpkin. I love you too.
Alright. I despise you, Boston.
Whatever.
Good morning, beautiful.
Happy day.
Happy day, baby. We got trigger today. I trigger these motherfuckers every day.
Baby Jesus showed us that, you guys. I swear to God.
I know that's right. You just put right on that shit.
Yes, I did. Baby Jesus was like, look here.
Yeah, fuck the pause. Pause for the cause. Fuck that pause.
I'm just trying to be a better person. I know it.
Let's see here. God damn it, Duke. You hear him?
Yes, your dog is orange.
Damn it, Duke.
Girl, this tea is piping.
It's living. Motherfucker's hot.
That just burnt the roof of my mouth.
Where's Candy Sue? Where's she at? You heard that like I heard that. Fire in the hole. Smoke him if you got him.
You're like the type of person that would probably be in the back of the class.
Fuck you, me Tim.
Ellie's a thug.
Right.
You don't
We're all thugs around here. Shambles. Thank you for supporting the hot biddies. Y'all wasn't ready for that, was you?
Wait, I wasn't, bitch. I was not. I wasn't even close to ready for that shit. All right, I love you, baby girl. I'm gonna jump off.
I love you too, baby doll. What's happening? What's happening? We got a little late night. We got a little late night shit talking here. You guys, why the fuck did I just see the funniest shit ever? Look, I swear I cannot. I have to show you guys. This is fucking hilarious. Look. And y'all know I do not like fucking with certain creators, right? Never really have. Me and this one have went at it time and time again. Me and this one have went at it time and time again. But look, this shit right here was too fucking funny not to react. Look. You guys, I fucking cannot. Let me drop this link up here real quick. You guys. You guys, the fucking shit I seen tonight. Between T-Rev and Pascal last night and this one tonight, I said, holy shit, is that a little food stamp? Hold on, did we just see a little food stamp? Or what's that? What's that one called? Little link card. Did we just see a little link card up here? Little food stamp. Oh shit, little hobbit trobbit. Look at this. This is fucking hilarious. He's got a do-rag on you. He's got a motherfucking do-rag on. Can we just take a fucking minute and laugh at that shit? Because holy fuck, what? Dolly, you ain't got no business looking like this. You ain't got no fucking business. You ain't got no fucking business wearing that goddamn do-rag and them glasses. Looking like you done stole a fucking outfit from the fucking 70s and shit. Cheesy.
What the hell are we looking at here?
I can't, bitch. Fucking I said he looks like little food stamp. What
is with these guys?
Bitch, I'm done. Food stamp 2.0, little link card.
These guys are like 50 and they're dressed in like they're, little thugs from
channeling his inner he's channeling.
Like dressed like a 50-year-old, all right?
Right.
I mean, jeans, t-shirt, you don't have to.
Oh my gosh. I can't. What in the fuck he got going on here? I can't. I said fuck between T-Rev and Pascal yesterday and his fucking do-rag today. This fucking does it for me. I cannot. I can't.
Yeah, and then you got CJ with the backwards hat and stuff. It's like,
yeah, with the hat, backwards hat, and the do-rag. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing? What in the hell?
Swear to God, these guys are all gonna die single.
Oh my God, I cannot. Look, that shit was fucking hilarious. I just cracked up laughing.
Yeah, he's not very bright. I suppose he was worried about being, everybody's always teasing him about his hair, so going bald. It's like you're 50, you're going bald. Embrace it. Ain't he 50 or something? I think. Embrace it. My husband says, I hope I get bald so I don't have to buy shampoo or pay for haircuts anymore. My husband's getting a little thin on top because he wears a hat all the time. Right, Mystery? If you're on a long motorcycle ride, I get it, but in your studio, yeah, right. If he's got a helmet to put on over it or something. I suppose he figured he had to dress the part. JP, I didn't get to see Burnt Toast live tonight. I was busy. We were coming home, but I'm gonna watch it tomorrow. Tell him don't know what she got. All right, punk drunk.
Yeah, my husband, he just embraces it that he's going bald. He don't care. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, mystery watching it. I'll have to watch it tomorrow during the in between the Karen Reed. Well, Karen Reed's only a half day tomorrow, so I'll probably watch it after that.
Yeah, she had tonight. Burnt Toast was fucking hilarious. I don't know if you missed it, girl. You'll have to go back and watch it. It was funny as hell. Her and B Tim and JP read the transcript, and it definitely was nothing like the fuck she said. Nothing.
I imagine. I'm gonna watch it tomorrow.
Yeah.
We had just barely. Well, no, we got home about 8:30-ish, 9:00. So I figure I'll watch it tomorrow.
Then you seen Illuminati and Dolly got into it really bad. He was trying to talk all kinds of shit about her.
Was he? I didn't know what he. I didn't hear what. I didn't see the live that he did.
Well, he privated it right away.
But I was listening to her. She really went off, boy. She was
well, yeah, but you know what? He fucking pulled that bullshit. He pulled the same bullshit with her that he tried to pull with everybody else, where he's like, wanted to use her shit, not give her credit. First, he tried to say it was Brooks. He knew damn the fuck well it wasn't no Brooks.
Right.
But he didn't want to. He's got 50,000 subs. She's got 10,000. So he's not trying to give her no clout. You know what I mean? Fuck you. That's her content.
Yeah.
She should have struck your bitch ass while you was live. Took your ass down for 7 days if you was going to play with her like that.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Yeah, didn't she say he said that he was not going to say what the channel was or something like that?
Yeah, just like the glare does to me.
Yeah.
Go over here, kiss my ass, use my content, and not want to say it's my shit.
Yeah, that's bullshit. The least you can do is, I mean, you know, we all have fair use and whatever, and you know, use each other's content. That's fine, but give credit where credit's due. I mean, even on my, you know, videos on the person we don't talk about over here, I still put her channel in the description.
See, I always fucking forget. I need to start doing that. My music's on playing in the background. It stays playing. It's on low, but it's back there playing, baby. Thank you for reminding me. Did I post the link? Let me post the link or pin the link too, just in case. Hey, Miss Patty. Hope you're doing well. Been missing you too. Let me see. I'll pin that real quick.
Yeah, that's horseshit. If you're going to use somebody else's content, put it in your chat at the very least. You know.
Yeah, for sure. Which I'm sure he didn't want to do that. You know, he doesn't want to send people over there.
No. God forbid. Yeah, she went off on him tonight. Well, I was listening to that in the car, but
the way he talks about Chris, I mean, you know.
I am so tired of hearing people talk about Chris and Katie the way they do.
Oh, I am too. I'm so fucking over it.
And then putting Seth on a pedestal. I'm so tired of that. Seth has given me bad vibes since the beginning, since I started watching about Sebastian. I don't know why, but he does. And he just...
I mean, I feel bad for any parent that has a missing child, period.
Me too.
The shit that he's pulling and the things that he's doing, and it ain't... I'm not vibing with it. Not at all.
Yeah, nonsense. She puts out good content too about it.
Yeah, she's been doing really good too. I'm really proud of her. She's been doing really good.
Yeah.
She's been staying in tune with it, doing really good. What's she's still cracking on Brittany and going over her stuff?
Yeah, and then she was going over Seth and and I didn't watch her tonight or today, but Clue was playing some of her stuff and she was going over Seth, I think. And Kathy, she's putting out stuff about these tragedy pimps and stuff, and a lot of people are doing good stuff.
Good. Fuck yeah, that's what's up. And then I know Savage is doing hers.
Savage. Yep.
Yeah.
Those two goofballs in the morning.
Yes, Dolly's always afraid of losing subs, so he won't post the link. But see, that's the thing. People are going to end up going and finding it on their own, but that's why he's all pissed off. So because she tagged him, he immediately took that fucking video down and didn't want any views or anything tagged to it or tagged his name with her with her name. You know what I'm saying? Because then people are going to go look.
Yeah. Yeah, he worries about. Yeah, I mean,
he should have learned that playing with me.
I used to have another channel. I've said before, it wasn't a huge channel or anything like that. It wasn't significant or anything, but still, every single time I was always shouting people out. And even on my channel now, if I went live, I would be shouting people out all the time.
I used to do that though. And it's been around and bit me in the ass. I no longer do it.
Well, yeah, I understand that.
Other content creators for doing it because I was like that too. I was like, oh yeah, happy as fuck. Most of the people I shouted out and fucked with, they've either snaked me or I've no longer fucked with them anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
And you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of them that I've been over backwards for that has still bit me in the fucking back, not giving a shit.
Yeah.
So, some people have to live and learn on their own, and that's just what it is. Some people use like nonsense in them. I'll shout them out all the time. You know what I mean? Like I'm cool, but there's some of them that absolutely not. Like, so we were like, everybody was all curious about this dog handler, right?
Yeah.
But notice that she was like panel hopping. Everybody was like, oh, she's here, there, and everywhere. She's panel hopping all over the fucking place. Oh, guess what? Guess who fucking started the channel?
Right.
Yeah, Miss Dog Handler. Guess who's doing live streams now? Miss Dog Handler. So if you think she wasn't panel hopping the fuck around, sub grabbing.
That's exactly what it was.
That's exactly what the fuck it seemed like to me too.
Now I do feel like I should say the other night when because I listened to Chris on Clue's channel, and he did say that she was checked out by LE and they said that she was legitimate.
Okay, and that's the one that
he still didn't want her on his property. I mean, they didn't say he should let her on their property, but I'm just saying that LE did actually check her out, and he said that LE said that she was legitimate. So, but she's still doing stupid shit. That doesn't, that she. I don't think she's experienced, is what it is, or something. And her having the negative feelings she has for Chris and Katie, I
she's already biased. She's you know what I'm saying? You cannot be biased like that and do this kind of work.
Right. And
especially being biased towards the parents,
Yeah. Well, I imagine because LE cops and stuff, they always have their ideas and whatever, so they would be kind of biased too, I would think, if they thought.
I mean, you can have an idea, but you got to
keep it to yourself.
You got to keep that professional. Yeah.
Right. And
cops don't go on live streams and say, "Well, I think Chris and Katie are guilty."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't see the cops doing that.
No, hell no, and they wouldn't.
Mm-mm.
Or they wouldn't go into live streams and make comments and make fucking little slide ass fucking remarks.
Right.
Little slick ass remarks.
They keep the facts. Not that I've heard Ellie is thinking about Chris and Katie. I have never heard that. I was just using that as an example, by the way. I don't want anybody to think that I was saying that.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have to be so careful at what we say sometimes people can take it the wrong way, you know. Sometimes I got to remind myself of that. You know, you sit up here and shoot the shit.
You know.
We get to talking and you get to saying what we're thinking. You never know, huh?
I said I do the same thing.
Yeah.
Talking and forget. You know what I mean?
Yep. I come up here and talk like I'm talking to my buddies, you know, and forget that you're on a live stream or whatever. And some people could take that seriously, you know, even though you're just thinking, well, could it be this or could it be that? And then all of a sudden, oh, somebody runs with that and says you that cheesy weezy said it. And then I look like a idiot. Yeah, Dolly's always free. Yeah, he's in it for the money. That's why. And these people think that just because they're 50,000 subscribers or whatever, they're big bad YouTubers, and they can't share their subs or anything, you know. Okay, let's see. Oh, thank you, Laura.
This right here was from, let's see here, an hour ago, 2 hours ago.
Okay, missing teenager's father wants an overhaul to the investigation. Good evening and welcome to News 2 at 5. I'm Bob Mueller. 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers disappeared from Sumner County back in February. Now his father tells News 2's Nikki McGee how he wants the investigation to change.
This week will mark 3 months since Sebastian Rogers went missing. And as you might imagine, his father Seth has mounting concerns, some of which he shared with News 2 during a bike ride vigil held for Sebastian Sunday.
I don't sense a state of urgency from them. It's not their kid, it's mine.
Although the FBI and TBI have been assisting the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, Seth would now like to see the case turned over to the FBI to take the lead.
I tell people, when you see something, say something. And then they turn around and they tell me they see something and they never get a response. They call the Sheriff's Department. A lady called me. She got my number. She was like, I waited over 4 hours and nobody showed up.
The Sumner County Sheriff's Office tells News 2 they do share in Seth's urgency and are following up on all tips. Another disappointment, Seth's driving all the way out to North Carolina after a possible signing of Sebastian, only to be told he'd need to go through his local sheriff's office to see the surveillance. The sheriff's office tells News 2 ultimately it wasn't Sebastian.
I just wanted to see his body language, the way the child was walking, to see if it was possibly my son. And, you know, the lady, her and her son, I would like to say thank you because that gave me a little bit of hope.
News 2 asked the sheriff's office and the DA if they would consider turning the case over to the FBI. Investigators say they'll continue to work with other law enforcement agencies, and the DA didn't wish to comment on an ongoing investigation. Despite his concerns, Seth was encouraged by the more than 100 people who came out to support Sebastian Sunday.
It gives me hope that my son's case isn't going to become a cold case. And the only reason it'll become a cold case is if the Sheriff's Department doesn't drop their ego and ask for a new set of eyes.
Nikki McGee, News 2.
Did he just say the police station won't drop their ego?
Right.
Is that what the fuck I just heard?
That's exactly what you just heard.
What in the hell?
Right.
Cold case. He's only been gone 3 fucking months. What do you mean? I mean, not like he's only been gone, but I mean, cold case. What is he talking about?
Right. It's not a cold case yet, as long as they're still actively. And didn't law enforcement not too long ago address something about the searches, saying that they couldn't continue doing them right now because it's too thick and whatever, but they were gonna do it later on when the foliage, they have some planned when the foliage isn't quite so big. But I'm sure they're still working on it just because they're not out there searching for him. I don't know. Man, this kind of case with him being just kind of up and gone, I imagine it takes a long time to go through. This ain't just an open and shut case to try to be able to figure out who's what's what. You know, I imagine it takes a lot of investigation to try to even figure anything out. I mean, it'd take a long time. I imagine going through all those electronics and everything. They're probably still even doing that, I bet. I don't know. I'm not an investigator, but well, there have been cases of Ellie with attitudes and not wanting to work with other agencies. Yeah, that does happen.
Did you see after we got off the live last night, Tony was live on his fucking TikTok?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, it was a bunch of bullshit. It was a whole fucking nothing burger. I think Savage recorded some of it or went live with some of it, but it was a bunch of bullshit. Just a bunch of bullshit.
That guy is something else. I don't know. Well, that was like that other night when we were going over that Smelly's live stream. And I said, who's that Chris that popped up? And it was the trees just like Seth. I know damn well that was that Tony. Because when Seth got on that night, he had the trees in the background. And that's what popped up when that Chris popped up real quick on the live stream. And then all of a sudden it popped off real quick like, oh, crap. Yeah. Oh, when you're on. Oh, thanks, Lisbeth. You should tell my husband that.
What is what?
She said she could listen to me for hours. I'll have to tell my husband that.
He's probably like, well, now, hold on now.
I've been listening to you for 31 years.
He's like, hey, now, who said that? Do they want to take you home for a little bit? They want to take you for a little while? Give me a break.
I remember one time I used one of my old jobs. There was this one customer that used to always come in, and one day he's like, I bet you are just a joy to be married to. And I was like, well, I kind of think I am. You know, of course, I went right home that night and told my husband, you know, this guy told me I must be a joy to be married to. He's like, yeah, tell him he can have you.
Right. He's like, oh, shit. Okay, well, go ahead then.
Yeah, take her, please.
Let him find out.
I said, well, I think I'm a pretty good catch. I always tell him how lucky he is to have me.
Well, I mean, it's true, you know? Yeah, but look, I fucking died laughing. Savage doesn't think. Savage think Illuminati. Look, shit.
What?
Savage think Illuminati, Dolly's fucking pictures. She sent her the fucking picture of him standing there with his, like, when he ain't got no shirt on. You know how he's like,
yeah. He's
got like chicken head hair. He ain't got no shirt on. He's got like a pot belly and shit standing there. Bitch, listen to this. She fucking sent her a picture of his living room where all the fucking nasty, like, it's all looking. Tell me why there was a motherfucking bottle of hot sauce, a bottle of red hot sauce next to a pair of sneakers.
Oh my God, yeah.
I fucking died.
I couldn't believe it.
Fuck.
And this is where he's making your soap, people.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, shit. And I was like, oh, fuck. The first comment I see in there, first of all, she was calling them out. The first person I see in there is fucking Sludge. I was like, oh, fuck. Here we go.
Yeah.
For her to be commenting on the fucking Dolly, I was like, oh, that's real fucking rich. What the fuck? Lord.
Oh, didn't she love Dolly?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
She?
That was kind of weird.
Yeah. Well, Clue did too, but then he did something to her a few weeks ago or whatever. I don't remember what, but
They blocked her in the chat or something. Somebody said something about
yeah,
blocked in the chat or something. I'm not too sure. I don't really know what happened. I just know that there's issues now, you know.
But she learned real quick that he's not a nice guy. I mean, I was like that too in the beginning when I first saw Dolly. I thought he was funny.
I did
whatever.
too.
I used to watch him, but then I found out what he was all about. You know, once you start finding out what they're all about, and then you change your tune a little bit. We all have to figure it out on our own.
Yep. That's
and
right.
that's why a lot of us
who you jive with, I may not, and who I jive with, you may not. You know.
Right. And that's why we, we do videos and stuff and talk about this stuff, because sometimes you just don't see it. You know, like we look at our favorite creators through rose-colored glasses, and sometimes we don't see their faults like other people do. You know, sometimes we need to remind people, hey, they do have faults too.
That's right. Shit, I know I do. I
got mine.
Especially going through all the rough shit I went through the last month. Man, this month has been a fucking rough son of a bitch. So the ones that have stuck by me, man, fuck.
Yep.
Look, power to my biddies, power to my bumbles, man. Y'all fucking
Yeah.
kept me afloat, because woo! Fuck.
You've definitely gone
real
through it.
fucking rough. Real fucking rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then did you guys know when I was watching this fucking trash bag fucking bullshit over here, this fucking tragedy pimp something, let's see, CJ, he's over here, you know what his goddamn poll was when he was watching Seth? He said, do you think Sebastian's first word was a swear word? So is Seth out here telling people Sebastian's first word was a swear word?
Well, where did he pick that up from?
His poll was, do you think Sebastian's first word was a swear word? Because there's an interview with Coffindoffer, Tony, and Seth. I never seen that interview with Coffindoffer.
I didn't either. I've been kind of not really too much on the Sebastian stuff because I've been so in.
No, I know you've been busy, but this has got to be
Karen
old.
Reed. Oh.
But
Yeah, no, I didn't see that one.
There's he does a fucking poll and says, do you think his very first word was a swear word? Also, they're showing the jogging pants or whatever that they supposedly found.
And what's the point in telling that? Who gives a shit if his first thing was? What does that have to do with anything of him missing and finding him?
Or I guess this says on here, let's see. Let's see here. Let me see.
Hey, baby.
So right here, see how this says Sebastian Rogers, some classmates share info with him in mysterious something. I don't know what all it says, but it's got this fucking screenshot with that picture there.
Oh, look long and down. A weekend for Sebastian. You know, the PIs that are working for Seth, I said this idea a week ago. PIs that work for Seth, I'm sure you guys could get that shit done in a fucking lickety split. Have a weekend for fucking Sebastian. Every county, that whole weekend. Hey, each person, at least 5 people from that.
He would, if he had known.
So Coffindoffer is the interview that he's doing or that he's watching.
Yeah, and Coffindoffer's against Chris and Katie too.
Yeah, see?
She's pro Seth. I'm pretty sure. Come here, Vinny.
Then you got people like this doing this kind of stupid shit right here. Let's see. Walking through areas and shit, going on searches and making sure they live stream it. Because if they were to come across Sebastian, that's going to be on their live stream for fucking ever, even if they take it down the internet's forever.
Yeah, that just makes no sense to me, live streaming while you're searching. This is just ridiculous.
Yeah. Fast way to build a channel, though. Probably the quickest way to build a channel that I've seen, actually. It's probably the quickest way I've seen to build a channel. Off of a missing or runaway, you know what I'm saying? Murdered, anything like that. Kids, any.
Yeah, they're hoping to see that money shot. Get that money shot. I don't think he's deceased. I think he's out there somewhere.
I do too.
I think it's
have that feeling, huh? Don't you?
I do. I got that feeling that he's out there. I don't want to share my feelings about that too much, but yeah, I do. I have other feelings, but I'm going to keep them to myself right now. But when it comes out, I'm going to say, I was right. And I hope I'm right in my feelings, but if I am right, it's going to throw us all for a loop. Who is this? Did you say I was doing this live streaming?
No, I'm not plugging their channel.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Nope.
Okay, gotcha. Sorry.
They want to get mad and strike me, go ahead. But I sure as fuck am not plugging it. And they are pro Seth, and I don't give two shits.
Yeah, I just don't know how people think that they can live stream and search thoroughly.
At the ground. But she's, you know what I'm saying? This person's got probably 500 people in there watching her point the camera at the ground.
Right. That was like some of them that were searching there for a while, the whiny ass bitches that were doing it. And yeah, they would get out of their car and they'd look out alongside the road there a few feet, and then they'd be like, nope, nothing here, and then they'd drive somewhere else. It's like, what are you searching? I mean, you're not covering any ground at all. You're going one spot and looking about 10 or 20 feet out into the woods from the road, and then you're getting in your car and you're driving miles away. What good does that do? What do you think you're going to find that way? You need people out there covering ground, not 10, 20 feet, and then drive a few miles away and look at another 10, 20 feet. That doesn't make any sense. It's like, really, if somebody's going to get rid of somebody, do you actually think they're going to just throw them alongside the road? I mean, I know it happens, but if somebody was really trying to get rid of somebody, it's not going to be just right off the side of the road most of the time.
Right.
park somewhere around exactly. But people follow these people like they're the word of God, you know. Yeah, everybody has to use their common sense when they're watching some of these people. Right, Terry? No, they don't care about Sebastian. They say they do, but I mean, okay, I mean, they're human beings, so I believe that they probably do care, some sort, but
So I haven't posted it yet. I will post all that on my TikTok. I just haven't done it yet. But overall, like the vibe itself, it was amazing, y'all. It was amazing. So many people showed up. We had, obviously, they had a chaplain and then another guy that prayed, and then Don, I think his name is Don Schmidt from, I forget where he is there. Because I don't want to put, yeah, I don't want to say like too much that's wrong, you know, or misspoke somebody's name. Y'all, these people, there was no drama. There was none, like absolutely none. Like it was phenomenal. These people showed up, and I think Chris, Melissa's husband, said it the best, like in the live that you posted on Facebook. He said, you know what? We're not here for any drama. We're not here for none of that. This is for Sebastian. Like the hell with all the rest of that craziness. Like this is what we're here for. And it was amazing. And everybody got to get hot dogs that stayed. They had a great turnout. We got to meet some amazing people that came from all over, from freaking California, Texas, all over. I mean, literally, some of them had been in like 2 or 3 rides in one day. And then after that, some of us went to dinner, and we got to me, Tony, and some other actually went to dinner last night and actually got to have like a real sit down conversation. And it was nice, y'all. Like it was nice.
And just so you all know,
Michelle and I was there.
Michelle and I have probably talked on the phone, I don't know, 40 or 50 times. Is that fair, Michelle?
It feels like that. Yeah. We're probably calling each other back and forth all the time. 100%.
Yeah, we've never met in person before. And I got to tell you, between Karen and Michelle, you know, that was probably one of the highlights of my day, was being able to finally meet them. But
oh yeah, that was awesome. As soon as I saw y'all pull up, I looked at Karen. I was like, "Where's Tony?" She was like, "I think he's up there." I was like, "I gotta go say hi." I think it's Karen or somebody. I was like, "Hey, I gotta go find Tony. I gotta go meet him." I was like, "We've talked 100 times."
Well, and for me, guys, just so you know, I mean, I had all these people in a matter of 24 hours. I had never met Seth in person. That was obviously a huge deal, biggest deal. Never met Michelle, never met Karen.
No, we've all been working as a team behind the scenes.
That's right. And then you add to that, I've talked to Pascal 100 times, never met him. Met him. Talked to Stephen Crabtree 100 times, never met him in person.
Oh, that was so awesome. Meeting freaking Pascal and Stephen and Tira, all of them. That was, I mean, it was amazing that they came out and they supported and all that. But I will tell y'all.
Oh, wow.
I will tell y'all something funny. Pascal,
So it was a meet and greet.
He is tall as crap, y'all. He is
the scheme team.
He should have been an NBA player. I told him that. I was like, "Are you sure you ain't playing basketball?"
You know what he told us is that he wrestled and ran track.
Really?
Yeah, that's what he told us when we talked to him about that.
The first thing I thought was, I've always liked him. He's like one of the realest creators YouTube out there that since I started even getting on YouTube. And so I was really ecstatic to actually meet him and talk to him in person. But I told him, I was like, man, I didn't realize you were this tall sitting up here, like when you sit in that chair.
Well, and then I had never met T-Rev in person. I got to meet him.
Yeah, me neither. He was amazing.
Yeah, and then Stephen and I went and hung out with Justin on TikTok for a little while, and I've talked to him 100 times. Him and his wife, they're great people, and
wow,
had never met him.
So it was just a big fucking meet and greet party, huh? Big old fucking meet and greet party at Sebastian's wife.
Yeah, and we
Yep.
met Steven too, by the way, and Steven
Must
is
be
an
fucking
amazing
nice.
person. I will vouch for that.
I'm sure they were taking donations too.
So, you know,
Oh yeah, that must be
obviously
fucking
the
nice.
most
Just
exciting
party it
part
up
of
in
the
his net,
weekend was
go
the
meet
feeling
everybody.
at Rutter's and just the overall, positive weekend.
The overall positive everything, like it
Yeah,
was just
so positive
the
to go
turnout
meet
for
and greet
Sebastian.
everybody.
So I never was able to go to any of the smaller vigils. I would say they were in the very beginning. The first actual vigil I was actually able to ever attend was the bridge, which they said had been the next biggest one, but this one by far had to. It blew it out of the water, like. And I'm really hoping, and I'm going to get with my family, and I'm going to get with Seth and you and Karen and everybody. I'm hoping to at least have some more rides this summer and get different groups to help put them on. And even ask my family if we can actually leave from there, maybe from here at Appleton's and Clarksville to ride to Hendersonville. So it would actually be a longer ride,
Yeah.
but it would be a big turnout for sure.
Cajun, is that you?
Hey,
yeah, it's me.
How you
I
doing?
just went out and came back in. I have enough now, but it's not updated yet to let me get the boxes.
I got you.
Until
Michelle, do you want to tell them what happened with Sumner County as far as not escorting us and then pulling a couple of our cars over?
Oh, so yeah, I'll say this, y'all. Which I was not there for this, but I did hear this very much out of a very few people. And I don't want to be just tacky, but to me it is tacky because absolutely in Clarksville police would never, ever. I'm telling you right now, y'all, I have watched them. They have escorted us. They block off the roads from when we have bikers who care any rides that we have, anything. I'm serious. Like, I'm not joking. Anything here, we always have a cop escort or block off the roads and stuff. Like you never get turned away for that. So they actually were told that they could not block off or escort or anything like that. Because of the carnival that's not even in town from what I understand until next week. And but they had 2 people pulled over or something, right? Wasn't it 2 people pulled over?
2 people that were lead cars for us that had their hazards on, so they didn't have the resource.
Yeah, so they pulled over the people that were leading the ride. They pulled them over, but they couldn't escort the ride. So yes, to me that was very tacky. It did not look good on them at all, I can tell you, because from where I'm from here, yeah, no, that would never happen.
Yeah, Candace, we tried to get a permit, but they told us that they wouldn't issue a permit because they didn't have the manpower. So that was the problem.
But here's the thing, even if you don't have that, okay, like let's just say this, okay, and like just being not me being, because I have to like keep my feelings to myself sometimes. Let's just say that even if they didn't have that, why would you pull over the cars that are escorting a benefit ride for a child? Like, they're not doing it because of whatever. What they're doing. Like, come on now, everybody. You can't tell me everybody in that town didn't know what was going on. We've been blasting it for weeks now. There's been posters, signs, vigils, like flyers, everything. Like, when you see a bunch of bikes, come on,
Yeah.
No, he did not. They did not have any part. Okay, I'm going to clear this up, and I don't want to speak on it honestly anymore. I don't like speaking on them. Not to be rude or anything. I just don't like to get in that drama. But
you be you.
Yeah, you don't want me to be me.
Maybe I do.
Oh, okay.
No,
Shit.
you don't, I promise.
That was
Okay, so
gross.
let me just be completely clear when it comes to Katie and Chris, okay? Because I'm not going to hold back on this anymore. Nobody would have mobbed them. Like, I've seen people say, oh, why would they come? Blah, blah. I'm going to be 100% with you.
Why the fuck would they go?
Nobody
No, I'm
would
going to
have
be
ever
100%
done
with you.
anything to them
I don't
had
want to
they
be
come
around you
into that,
fucking
okay?
fools.
We actually had it at a different location to benefit them, okay? And when we found out about a week or 2 ago that they were no longer going to be coming, period, at all, that's when it was moved. So we actually did it at the church for them. And then when we found out they said they were no longer going to come. And I mean, that's their prerogative. If they don't want to come,
Yeah,
that's
because
fine.
you guys they said no
up to
live
them.
streaming. No fucking live streaming. And you guys
But the
could not
point is,
fucking
we
live
tried to
stream, you lying
accommodate them because they
motherfuckers.
wanted.
The point is, yes, we try to unite. We try to accommodate. No matter our feelings, nothing. No matter anything that whatever. We put it, listen, y'all, if I can put my feelings aside, a lot of people can, because this case has been so close to me. But I literally was like hoping that they would actually show up. I was praying and hoping that they would show up for this one.
Why would they go
for
and
me, at the end of
it
the
cause
day,
a bunch
I
of
feel
drama
like
too,
this
you
is
know?
how I feel.
Right.
I feel like if you're able
Don't make
to
no
go
fucking sense.
and to go out in public and do anything, and I'm not just talking trash, I would say this to any parent. I feel like if you're
Of course,
able
I'm
to
sure you
go
would.
ride your motorcycle, or you're able to go do this and that, there is absolutely no reason, I do not care, that you could not attend your child's vigil. Period. I don't care. Y'all, if it was me, you would have to
That's
hurt
not
me
that.
from
Look
stopping
though.
to
Look
attend.
though.
Even
That's not their child's vigil. That's Seth's vigil. Okay, that's him and his buddy's vigil. That's not Sebastian's vigil for his entire family. Because why?
Right.
It's not just the parents that aren't there. The grandparents are not there. The aunts and uncles are not there. The cousins are not there. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Ro, what you doing?
Girl, this bitch made me get up out of bed.
Lord,
What?
she's got me on my. She's working my motherfucking nerve, boy.
Yeah.
Hey, shit, I'm about to lose my shit on her ass.
Ooh, girl.
This is
Number one,
sickening.
you don't know what you do. Let me ask you, girl. What's her name? Who is this? What is her name?
Michelle something.
Michelle.
Another TikTok fucking grifter.
All right. All right, Miss TikTok grifter, you. Let me ask you this. Everybody's got shit in their life that they don't want out publicly.
It was a YouTuber's meet and greet. That's what it was. It was not a vigil for Sebastian. It was a fucking meet and greet for YouTubers.
Yeah, all I've heard is about how Pascal's so tall, T-Rev is so nice. They ate hot dogs, and then they're dogging on law enforcement. Way to go, 18, way to go. This is a small law enforcement. Look, I ain't trying to be ugly, but there are you can hire just like you have to pay for like people like for a funeral, to have an escort. That's not free. You have to hire those motorcycle officers and things like that. There are agencies out there that y'all could have hired. Y'all made enough money off Sebastian. Trust and believe. Seth could have dipped into his pocket, into that $25K that he got, or the T-shirt money, or the cash apps, or all the things. And if y'all wanted to escort, but the whole town is supposed to shut down because y'all are having this. And how dare you, YouTube grifter girl, sit there and talk about Chris and Katie, and they should have come. Look, you what? They were going to come. But until they found out again that the grift couldn't be made off of it, it couldn't be live streamed, then it was changed. And they said, no, we're not going to go there. We're not going to go to the school. We're going to we'd go to the church, because it wasn't going to be live streamed. Because guess what? That's what law enforcement has said. Don't fucking live stream stuff.
That's exactly what they said. All right, ready?
Even if you
Okay, so another really cool story about the day is Cajun called me and said, hey, my friend Leah's coming. She's got a gift for Seth. Very, very sweet girl, wearing all green, which was awesome. She showed up, and I'm not one to try to get like pictures and video of every little moment, because I think that some of those moments just need to happen. But she gave Seth a hug and she started bawling. And I tell you, I don't get choked up much, but I got choked up when that happened.
Mm.
And she also gave Seth like a Stanley Cup or something. And I mean, it said something about, best dad or something like that. It was really, really cool. Very, very cool moment that you kind of had to be there to appreciate.
Yeah, she sent me a picture of it. She's a sweet girl. I've never actually met her in person, but she's a sweet girl.
Yeah, and she was there from the start to the finish. But Michelle, if you think you could grace us with your presence, quit taking those stupid phone calls.
I just listen. Can you hear me now? I
Yeah.
just asked for 5 minutes. I was like, can I call you back in 5 minutes? I just had 3 phone calls in a row. I was like, holy
He is
crap.
so skeezy.
But yeah, I can say this: the bikers weren't going to let anybody get attacked. It didn't matter whether it was Seth or it was CP and KP, and you know
Right.
they had every opportunity to just show up, and it's very fake to assume how anyone should grieve. Yeah, well, I don't think we're saying how anybody should grieve, and please be respectful.
No, absolutely not. I literally just said that they did not have to, that they can do their own thing. I know that they had said on somebody else's show something about that they would like to do stuff with the community and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I feel like, here's the thing, y'all, a vigil, even though like Seth's there, it's not just for Seth. Like that vigil is for Sebastian. It's for everybody to come together and unite. Like that's one place that I feel like you should be able to unite with everyone.
That's right.
Yeah.
There was people from
Can you
all
pause
over.
this for a minute?
People from California and Texas and
Yeah.
I got something to say.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, everybody's got to come. This is for everybody to come together and unite. Unite for what, though? Were they out there in a big grid search or something like that? Were they planning searches? No, they were just out bullshitting and riding motorcycles and carrying on and eating. They weren't doing anything to help.
This was called networking. This was networking 101. That's all this was.
Right,
So,
get subs off of each other and stuff like that. Yeah.
But if Seth wants it to be, you know, everybody come together for Sebastian, his actions aren't showing it on YouTube. Maybe in person, he's going to act one way, and then on YouTube, he's going to wild out and put out the most unthinkable things. It makes no sense. Don't say you want one thing, and then when you get a little pushback, then you know, they won't give me his PlayStation, and you know, and they're all victims. You know, okay, so now law enforcement has made all y'all victims. 100 people that were there, y'all are all victims of law enforcement now. You know, I don't know where this chick's done her other searches, but maybe that town had more resources. Have you ever thought about that? Maybe there was something else that was going on in the town. Maybe there was something that law enforcement was needed besides giving y'all an escort. Have you ever thought about that? And the fact, and I love that today they had a press conference stating what TBI has been doing. There's 18 children from the ages of 11 to 17 that they have identified that these predators, okay? And maybe they had reason to pull over the 2 lead cars.
I just heard about that, yeah.
Yeah, maybe they had reason to pull over those 2 lead cars. Do you know them well? I mean, so what? I don't get this. I just don't. I'm sorry. I don't get it. But keep on pissing off law enforcement because Seth will not get any information as long as y'all are behind him. Law enforcement, their duty is to Sebastian, not to Sebastian's family, grandmother, parents, cousins, community. Their duty is to Sebastian. That's it. And the integrity of this case, whatever happened to him. If he ran away, if someone took him, or whatever, that's what they're investigating. And just because a police officer, I mean, do they want patrol officers just riding around and hollering out their window, just calling his name? I mean, real searches, take a lot of work. You vet people. You have a grid. You do all the things. It's not just, hey, let's just go out and, I mean, you can do that, but, you know, but if y'all can't live stream it, then you're going to move. You're not going to, you know, we're going to move it. But you're going to say that it's because of Chris and Katie. And it's funny how Tony, you're a piece of shit, man. Tony can sit there and he says, CP and KP, but then he calls Seth by his name. How about you say Chris and Katie and Seth? But you can't even give him that much dignity. You're a piece of shit, man.
I'm gonna go ahead and play it because I think it cuts off when he's done. So if we are not playing it, it doesn't save it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Let's give Tony a chance. For those of you that think he's a bad guy, he's not. You got to stop and think about what Tony walked into with this whole case. He's doing the very best he can, and I think he's doing a fabulous job. He is doing what Seth needs him to do right now. And let's just all support him, no matter how you feel. Just stand behind him, please, guys. Don't be disrespectful. And understand, he is a very good guy. He's doing his best. And what you see is what you get with Tony. He's the same behind the camera as he is in front of the camera. He's real.
And Angel, I'll answer your question because again, I'm always trying to take the high road. Why do you think coming in every night and debating is a good idea for a quote unquote spokesperson? First off, Seth wants me to be on TikTok talking about his son every ounce of the time that I can give him. I'm not debating. I'm simply having a conversation with people about the case. I'm giving opinions on where I think we're at. I'm talking about a child's visual. And, you know, no disrespect at all, but, you know, you're not forced to come in and join the live. I mean, if you don't like me or you don't think I'm doing a good job, I'm not going to fire back at you. I'm simply saying you don't have to be here.
Absolutely.
I'm doing what my boss asked me to do, and I'm trying to. I created, with Chase's help, my own platform to try to keep the drama out, and you know that's what I'm trying to do. You know.
Boss needed. You trying to keep the drama out? Really?
Yeah, but his name is
thank
Sebastian.
you for all of you that are showing your support.
The name of his
Much
account
love
is
to you
Sebastian's
guys.
Army.
This job is thankless. You know, it's just, Jenny, you're exactly right. So, but
can you pause in a minute?
I'm just here to try to help a guy in need. I didn't ask you here.
Tony, I'd like to ask you: were you trying to keep the drama out on Smelly's live over there when you used Chris's name and hopped up on panel and had your camera on? Were you stopping the drama? Is that what you were doing? Because see, I gave you a chance, and I thought, well, maybe when you first went on Pascal's, and you said, we're not going to disparage, Chris and Katie, and then Seth went on and did it. I thought, okay, maybe he's going to give him a little time. He's going to get a handle on it. But you brought gas to the fire, baby. That's all you did. You are drama. Sorry, go ahead.
That's great to hear. I was just going to jump up and let everybody know that if we can't be respectful in the chat, we're just going to start muting people because the drama's got to stop at some point.
Absolutely.
Yeah, what I'll say to you guys is that you can go look at every interview I've ever done, every live I've ever done, dating back to the early days with Caleb. And one thing I was raised to never do is to disrespect somebody that didn't deserve to be disrespected, meaning I've met them, they've done something to me, whatever, and you'll never find anything I've ever said to anybody that was disrespectful.
Hold up a minute. Stop it,
that's all
Dwayne.
I can return is I'm doing a tough job.
All right, so Tony, I'd like to ask you right now. So Chris and Katie didn't sign on to your bullshit, right? But that gave them, you could gloves off, right? Because they didn't have you as their spokesperson. What did they do to you? You ain't never met them, okay? You ain't never met them. You just met Seth for the first time. What deserved gloves off? Go ahead.
But I don't do anything that Seth hasn't asked me to do. So, if if you don't like what I'm doing, then you're disrespecting Seth and not just me. So just keep that in mind. I mean, this is about him and his son.
Well, honestly, I see it more as your Seth's friend who he has asked to speak for him.
Correct. So, and I get plenty of hate out there, and I'm a big boy. I can handle it. But, I've never done anything to anybody on any of these chats or in person. And I've treated people with kindness that treated me like a dog, and I still treat them with kindness. So I don't know what else I could do to be, whatever. So, but you guys are here because you want to be here. And I love you guys that are here because you want to be here. I'm not forcing you to be here.
Poor little victim.
And I'll tell you what, I've met some amazing, amazing people in the TikTok community. I mean, K-Jim's become a friend. I'd say we probably average a couple phone calls a day. Is that fair?
Yeah, at least.
Yeah. And text back and forth. And, I've just met some great people. I mean, I'm blessed to have met some of the content creators. Some of those people I mentioned that I met, and, just feel blessed. And I feel blessed to be in this position. And, there's a lot of long days and nights and whatever. But, when Seth looked across the breakfast table this morning at the IHOP and said, "Brother, you don't know how much I appreciate you." I mean, that kept me going. That'll keep me going for a long time.
He
Tony,
almost
someone
looked
in
like
the
he had a
comments.
piece about him.
Say what?
Someone
He
in the
almost-
comments. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying Seth looked like he had a piece about him that he hasn't had in a while.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's any secret that he lost his cool a little bit, or maybe a lot Saturday night. But I think that he needed to vent. I think he needed to, I think he needed to get some things off of his chest. And I'll tell you, 20 minutes after he got that out of his system, he was smiling and laughing and joking and giving the girls on the team a hard time. And I mean, that's the Seth we love. I think, let me see here. I think that Stephen Crabtree, when we talked today, he told me that he didn't realize that Seth was that full of personality.
Heather B. Beachy gifted 5 memberships. Make sure y'all tell her thank you if you guys got one. Thank you for supporting the Hive Love. I appreciate that. All right, here we go.
I hope in Jesus' name, and I know that may not set well with some people, but that's my belief.
Amen.
And I watched the event yesterday, and it was beautiful. It was a spirit there. I feel like that there was a mighty move of God, and I feel that either way, that peace and content, seeing Seth, and even though he is, oh Lord, I couldn't imagine what that man's going through, or any of those family members, any of them.
Neither.
But I did see a lot of peace with him. And it was a good day. It was a beautiful day for that, to see that. And I kind of want to ask you this, Tony, if that's okay.
You can ask me anything.
Do you think, because I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm not trying to stir up anything, I'm really not. Do you think that social media and some content creators are just making things a lot harder in this case than what it needs to be? And that's just my question. I'll jump down, that way somebody else can come in the box.
You can stay up, sister. There's still one left. There's no problem.
Okay.
Yes, I do. I think that the message I've tried to send to content creators, I'm not a content creator. I'm an old guy who's using a really cool platform to talk and have discussion about this case. And I believe in the power of TikTok being able to deliver a lot of information you know, and honestly, guys, I'll say, you know, every one of my lives gets recorded. I don't think that's a secret to anybody anymore. And Ashley, you're 100% right. 100%. I think that my plea to content creators has been, when you go home at night, or when you go to bed at night, or when you look your kids in the eyes, if you have kids, the question I would challenge you to ask yourself is, am I using my platform for good? And if the answer to that is no, then there's still time to change that. And so many of these content creators have big platforms and big audiences, and they're just not doing any good with their platform. And, you know, you don't have to like the people involved in the case, but at the end of the day, 99% of the people involved in these cases, they're volunteers. I mean, they're not people that are getting paid. And, you know, there are people involved that are involved because they want notoriety and they want this and they want that. But most of the people involved don't have, like, I don't have any kind of platform I'm trying to build. When this case is over, this page will be turned over to Seth. Caleb's page will be turned over to Randy. Every little couple, $3 here or there, I mean, those go to those guys.
Let me see the receipt.
You know, but I do think, to your question, you know, to make a short story long, I do think that there's content creators that simply don't do good with their platform. And I don't think that, you know, criticizing people, or, you know, creating a platform and a bunch of followers where it's just criticizing people. I wouldn't want to tell one of my children, when they asked what I did for a living, that I sit and make fun of people on my platform. I just wouldn't want to do that. That's just not me. You know, and it's okay for people to have opinions, but there's a child that's missing here.
That's right.
If you take the top 20 or 30 true crime YouTube platforms, and let's say the top 20 or 30 TikTok platforms, and so on and so forth, imagine the good we could do if all those people were doing something positive. And that's what, you know, that's probably my impossible dream.
Yes, I agree with that completely, like 100%, because it takes unity in everything within the family, even though that is difficult, you know, and even in the community everywhere. But I'm praying, and please relay that to Seth, that that I pray that my family, we are praying and standing in agreement that boy will be brought home, and I'm praying for peace and love for all of them. So y'all have a good night, and God bless you all.
God bless you.
Thank you. Coley and I were actually talking today, and we decided we want to do like a TikTok event kind of thing, where we're going to reach out to other creators that are doing this for the right reasons, and try to all to come together on one day, and we take turns going to each other's platforms to show unity and support. We want to call it Sebastian's Army United.
I think that's a great idea. I mean, I think that in life, if you get enough good people, I think that you can outweigh the bad people, if that makes sense.
That's right.
You know?
Tony, there's a question in the comments that's over and over. It says, Tony, do you know if they have looked at the satellite imaging of Sebastian's home that day and night?
You know, it's funny that they keep saying that, or not funny, but it's interesting, because when I was on my drive home, I think that I heard somebody call into T-Rev's show and ask that question. And quite honestly, I'm not sure how that works. I mean, if whoever's asking that could request to come up in a box, I'd love to have a discussion about that, because we're willing to do anything that you know, that helps the case. I'm just not sure how satellite imaging works, and if, you know, how you would go about pulling that.
Can you pause it a minute?
I don't really understand it, quite honestly.
where they're getting that from is in the Chad Daybell trial. They had satellite imagery of how how the landscaping had changed the day after they knew Tylee was murdered and JJ, and so that's where they're getting the satellite imagery from. If you could do that and get a pinpoint time, they were looking at the ground. Every crime would be solved by satellite imagery. So no, it's not a possibility. And yeah, but go ahead. That's where that's coming from.
This event and involved in this case, that I show up to an event and a vigil, and my number one job is to stand next to Seth and not let him leave my sight so that nobody can get close to him, because everybody is just doing everything they can to, you know, stop the drama. And you've got guys that are carrying, you know, pews with them and everything else at a child's vigil. And I think that tells us as a group where we've gone wrong. And it's just sad. I mean, there should be nobody that has to be protected at a vigil. I mean, I think that's terrible.
No, you are
Nowadays,
so right,
you need to be
Dan.
protected at a funeral. Stop it.
And I think that's, you know, that kind of shows us what we've done to this point, and it's never too late to change. But
that's right.
You know, it's one of those things where some of these.
She said, "Stop the cap, Tony.
That's right. Welcome to Tennessee, baby. Exactly, Rihanna.
Taylor, that's not
Rihanna.
good. I mean, that's one of the first.
So now they're gonna get together and do a TikTok meet and greet in Sebastian's name.
Several want to know about any upcoming searches that you know of.
Well, I talked early on before you got on, Cajun, about. I saw an article today that EquiSearch has been in contact with TBI, and they've made it clear that if they're asked to come in, they will come in. Well, I would say that's one of the top search organizations in America. So I encourage everybody to reach out to TBI and tell them that we would love to see EquiSearch involved in the case.
EquiSearch has already been there.
I just think that would be remarkable. And I mean, you talk about a group of people that are strong with manpower.
They searched 41 bodies of water, you fool.
What a dumbass.
Tony, the comment that was made earlier about the Amber Alert of him getting in an unknown vehicle. Well, my question would be, if they knew he got in an unknown vehicle, why would they not know what type of vehicle it is?
Oh my God.
Well,
this woman is so stupid.
I don't know the answer to that, but I know the recording is very clear. It's Deputy Skaggs, and he says clearly that it is an abduction in an unknown vehicle. And I'll tell you, that just absolutely got my attention because, you know, again, I'm not being.
They've not
it
said
looks
that.
like Michelle's back and off her phone.
Well, with that announcement, wouldn't I mean, whoever,
I haven't
wouldn't
heard
it
that
have to be like
announcement.
an eyewitness, video footage?
What, baby? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
This is misinformation. They have not come out and said that. They have not come out and said that this is an abduction. They have said they do not know what has happened, and they are investigating. That is it. They do not believe that the parents are involved, whatever it is, period. They have not said anything about him being abducted. They have not come out in public. See, that's the problem I have with this. That's misinformation right there, Tony, with the no platform, that you don't have a platform while you're doing a live. Stop it. Go ahead.
Or if they did tell him, why is he saying it here? Because they obviously did not come up publicly and say it, so they don't want it said.
Well,
I doubt they told him that, but
bullshit. That is a bunch of bullshit to sit here and say that.
Yep.
That's bullshit.
Yep.
Maybe 6 o'clock tonight, I guess. guys from Sumner County, and he told me that every time that he talks to them, that he feels like he's bothering them, and I think that's a problem.
Well, do they give CP and KP any information
I think
that you know of?
I think that Seth feels like that they communicate better with them, but I can't verify
Well,
that.
Wonder why.
I'll say usually, and I know a lot of people are not going to agree with this, okay, and I don't agree with it either. But a lot of times when stuff happens inside the home, even as far as CPS and everything like that, because I've actually been in a situation before, they actually do deal with where it happens more so than the actual, it sucks to say, than the actual father. That is
Well, I've
true.
said,
That
you know, I
actually-
have
it
said
happens
from
in CPS cases all the time. Like, I know a lot of people don't want to believe that, but y'all, I'm here to tell you 100%. I know it happens.
Yeah, and you know, I don't always believe that perception is reality. I mean, I know that everybody says that. I try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. It's no different than if somebody says, hey, you know, such and such is no good. Well, I'm gonna make, you know, my own decision.
Can you make me a mod, please?
Can you fix
just 1 second? I'm going to address a question in the
Give me
comment.
full mod, Tony.
How do I
give
do
me
that?
full mod? There's a one box that you got to check to make sure.
You just
that it's on.
So hit my thing and then hit.
This droid plays.
Make sure you check that for mine too.
I would like to
where do I have to hit
know
on
exactly what you might be referring to.
Under the mods, there's some little. You got to make sure that they're turned on. There's one that's not on by default. You need to turn that one on.
Where do I find that? Do I click on your name or picture or what?
Go under settings,
Hold
down
on,
where your
here,
guests
click-
are, and go to
or you should-
moderators.
Yeah, or you should just be able to click on my picture and then hit the 3 little dots or whatever. I don't know if it's changed since.
Moderators.
Let's say.
One Blessed Mama. Manage guests. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you've got that. Give me just a second. Michelle, I don't have you as a mod. How do I get you as a mod?
I just commented in the comments. Okay, see my comment in the comments? Click on my picture and then hit.
I can do that if I can. Oh, there you are.
Yeah, click on my picture and then do it that way.
The echo chamber wrenches.
Add moderator, check all the boxes. All right, there you go. We got some people that need to go bye-bye.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to find out. Talking about bringing felons into a search is not helping Seth. Why are you doing that? Number one, I would like to know who you might be referring to.
I know where they're going with this, but I'm gonna stop this real quick because I've had about all I can take with the whole Nina situation and people bashing and all that. Okay, because let's be honest, y'all. And I made a quote the other day, or I made a thing in the Facebook group. Honestly, I really did, and I said, "Here's the thing. So we have famous artists out here, right, that have turned their lives completely around, that are convicted felons." And we got paid to go watch them. We pay to go do this. We ask them for their support. I've seen people in TikTok groups that are a part of Sebastian's army, right? Or they're supposed to be spreading awareness, okay? And I've seen them tagging these people. And I'm like, do y'all realize y'all are talking about people that want to volunteer their time, volunteer this, volunteer that, whatever. But you're tagging people that are convicted felons too. So at the same time, the way I look at it, honestly, is there a certain limit on certain things? Yes. Do I think there should be pedophiles brought in? Absolutely. Hell no. No. Do I think that there should be certain other things? No. But at the end of the day, here's the thing, y'all. This is not our child that's missing. Period. This is not our child at all.
And it's comments like this that take away from Sebastian. Let me make that very, very clear.
People are more
Please
stuck on
do
all
not
that.
come in here and take away from Sebastian.
Can you
And
pause
here's
it
the
a minute?
sad thing, guys, is everybody that's been here since we kicked this live off, And Southwest 4x4, you're welcome to come into the box. It's probably easier that way. I'm glad to answer any question, but I'm literally trying to not have any drama. I'm trying to keep it positive, and I get criticized for being responsible for drama, and I'm trying to create a platform where everybody is here to help find this child. And, you know,
Right.
it's just not helping.
I have a bunch. I literally used to deal with a bunch of people that were recovering addicts, actually. And y'all, a lot of them are doing amazing things. Now, there's certain things that they probably still cannot do till this day because of their past, okay? But they have completely turned their life around. Some of them have started programs, have done a lot. Like, and that's the thing. All these people out here that are running their mouth and talking crap and all that, let me tell you something, because I've done some background searches on some people. And I'm not going to list names, but there's skeletons in everybody. And nobody is perfect. So if you think you're perfect, none of us are perfect parents. None of us are a perfect person, period. And at the end of the day, it's not our place to judge so-and-so and so-and-so. And yeah,
Okay,
everybody that
can you
came in
pause
after
it?
Tony and whatever, like, y'all, seriously, it's beyond, like,
So TikTokers.
Yeah, but let me tell you what, there's not very many felons that want to get involved in a missing child's case or a missing or murdered child's case.
Yep. And so TikTokers and this fool Tony know more than EquiSearch and law enforcement that vet all the searches, all the
Right.
searchers. So they know more than law enforcement and EquiSearch. Okay, got it. Okay, so you don't need to vet anybody. Okay, good to know. You don't care who's around Seth as long as they're blowing smoke up his ass and and powdering his butt and
Well,
you know
Nina has
and
a fucking
protecting
court
him.
order that she's not supposed to be around children at all. So
Right, for 10 years. And that's new. She ain't on year 9. That's new. And he's gonna talk about it's so dangerous. People had to bring a gun to a vigil. Bitch, you trying to raise money to get a broke woman down here that just was convicted of shooting a gun off and could have killed a kid in an apartment. What are
Right.
you talking about? Stop it.
And doesn't want
Serious.
any drama, but they bring all the drama for Chris and
Right.
Katie all the time.
Right. This is just insanity, y'all. I could stop at every sentence. I could stop and just slam what they're saying is stupidity. Every single sentence.
Yep, me too.
I could review the hell out of this and it'd take 10 hours to do it.
Right.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
no, that's okay. I'm trying to record it so we don't miss much of it so that we can go back and review it.
I don't know anybody that doesn't. I don't know anybody that doesn't like Jelly Roll. And
that's who I was talking about. That's who I wrote about in Facebook. I said Jelly Roll is like
Jelly Roll's not involved in missing and murdered
turned
kids.
his whole life around.
Oh my
and
God.
He's doing amazing
And
things.
Are you kidding
He's
me?
not involved in missing and murdered fucking kids, period. And he never
oh my
would
God.
be.
His wife has shared Sebastian's photo.
Yeah, she did.
Southwest, go ahead.
You keep bunny out
Hi,
your mouth,
good evening.
Good
Good evening.
I have a quick question in regards to, I don't know if you remember this, it's before your time, unfortunately, I think before you started working with Seth, but we started a petition to get the TBI to work with the FBI.
Yes, ma'am. The change.org petition.
What happened with that?
Well, unfortunately, like I addressed that in a live early on, that you could have 1 million signatures, but that's just not how the process works. So until they decide to turn the case over, or until there is there's 4 or 5 reasons that the FBI would actually take the lead on the case. It's either got to be one of those reasons, or it's got to be Sumner County asking them to take the case over. Now, we can put pressure on Sumner County that if they don't provide answers or they don't have answers to elevate the case, but it's ultimately, in this case, it's going to be their call.
Okay, that's a
And people can go to the Capitol. I mean, you own the Capitol. to be honest with you, the people of Tennessee, go to the Capitol, take it straight to the top, demand answers. They work for us.
They do. And I mean, if it's a city police department, you can go to your city council members and talk to them about, you know, what you feel like are deficiencies as a citizen.
That's absolutely correct.
How do you know we ain't done that?
I know in Caleb's
other
case, they
cases.
begged everybody not to go to the city council meeting. And, you know, I told Randy, I said, we don't need to encourage them, but I don't think it's bad if they go to the city council meeting and demand answers. I mean, you know, they are public servants. And by definition, they serve the public.
That's absolutely correct.
Keep
You
shitting
know,
on
there's
law
always
enforcement.
someone's head that you can go over if you're not getting answers or, you know, you're being neglected. And I truly believe, Tony, that there's a lot of information that Ellie knows that
Oh, I
we
think there's
don't know.
tons of
And I truly
information.
believe that there is
I
a case
agree.
being built. So that's why everything is so hush hush.
I
But,
agree. And y'all don't need
you
it, and
know,
neither do I.
Seth still has the right. I feel that in my heart, and I've been saying it for a very long time now. Even, you know, on Chase's lives and things, I really feel like there's more to the story that they know that, you know, of course, we're not going to know, but I truly feel like there is a case being built.
Yeah,
I
I
believe
hope
they're
you're right. I
investigating.
really do. I really do.
Their duty
And
is to
Tony, why do you
Sebastian.
continuously take to TikTok instead of going onto YouTube's?
I don't really care for the YouTube platform.
I bet
can
you
reach
don't.
more people quicker on TikTok. You know, when I come on TikTok, when I have people in the box, their followers come over, and I can get an audience of, you know, some nights we've had 700, 800, you know, 1,000, you know, 1,200. And quite frankly, most of my lives end up being recorded and end up on YouTube anyway. So it's just an easier platform for me. It's easier to get on. You know, I can jump on from my phone, and it's just, I don't really have a YouTube platform to do that on.
That's good. Keep it
Even
that
our
way,
little
boo.
30-minute one from last night made it.
Yay.
I think I have access now to get on my other one, so I can hop down on this one and come up on my actual account, my backup. So I'll hop out and I'll come right back.
Okay.
You do know that T-Rep will have you on any night of the week.
Yeah,
I'm sure he will.
The problem is that when we jump on TikTok, we can get a group of like-minded people. And if we don't allow any kind of negativity, and I talked to T-Rev about this at dinner, and I love T-Rev. He's a great guy.
$54,000 being
Anytime
paid
you
in
do a
child
comedy
support.
show, you're creating a platform potentially for drama. And there's been so much drama in this case.
Can you pause it a minute,
I
Queen?
just, you know,
Tony, T-Riv's such a great guy. He has children, don't know how many, don't care. Feel sorry for him because he's $54,000 behind in child support. That means a mother is having to take care of his children without any kind of financial support from that fool. But he's a great guy, right? Great guy. Wonderful guy. And you're Seth's friend, and you think T-Rev's so great? He took a picture of Seth's crotch and put it in his Discord. But that's a great guy right there, boy. Great guy. This is the problem I have with you, Tony. Go ahead, Queen. Sorry.
We are Sebastian's army at
or anything.
There is no way you will talk about Sebastian. I've been trying to ask questions. What do they mean?
If you were for Sebastian, you would have told Seth,
And we're going to
Seth
start.
to stop it.
I'm going to start, you know, putting some, you know, some pictures on here that, you know, in the background that haven't been seen by everybody. I mean, I'm going to start putting a few videos up. We've got some videos of you know, the thing is, I guess there's a thing with TikTok where, you know, you're not supposed to put videos of you know, the little bitty, you know, toddlers or whatnot with no shirts on. And we gotta put figure some of that out. But we've got some good footage and pictures that not everybody's seen, and I really want to share those with you guys.
I don't know what you're talking about. What was the guy's post on Facebook looking for you that he knew where Sebastian was in Mississippi? A lot of people say a lot of stuff. I don't know if
I've not seen that out
he
there
was looking
yet.
for Seth. Was it fake? Oh, I'm sure it was fake. There's a lot of we've had so many people that have tried to scam and stuff. It's truly sad, honestly.
Look in the mirror.
There's been boots on the ground in Horn Lake.
Yeah, there's been boots on the ground a lot of places that nobody knows. Everybody doesn't go public. That's like why when I see or hear people say, "Oh, there's nobody searching," no, people don't go public. They don't. Everybody doesn't go live. Everybody doesn't tell where they're at. Some people would rather not people know that they're out there doing what they're doing.
That's what I was gonna say. With a lot of people asking about the searches, sometimes it's for their safety. It's better to keep the location disclosed. Sometimes you can't just put out there where the searches are and what time they're happening and things like that, because then you're putting volunteers' safety at risk.
Correct. In Dublin, your question is, when are you going to call a press conference? I don't have the ability to do that. I put pressure on law enforcement to have a press conference.
These people are idiots.
And we put pressure on them again to do that yesterday with Channel 2. But ultimately, a press conference is going to come at law enforcement's discretion. And I think we would all like that. I mean, that's a great question. It's just not, unfortunately, I don't have the ability to do that.
Well, you telling big ass fucking lies and spreading misinformation, fucking Tony.
Yeah, exactly, Queen.
The last time with
For him to say, "Oh, he was abducted, and he was in an unknown vehicle." Are you fucking serious right now?
Yep.
That's a bunch of bullshit.
Well, and he co-signed Seth saying that Katie overdosed him. What?
Very
Pick a lane, bro. Pick a lane.
He's talking about Bullhorn Betty's a good friend of his. Lord, look the fuck out.
Good.
I told you that the other day. She reached out to him.
It's going to happen. This was just, kind of a short notice deal tonight, but she's agreed to do that with me, just a split panel anytime. And I got to tell you, I mean, everybody's mixed on her. I love her. I think she's fantastic. She's very, very intelligent. And I told her, I said, you're crazy, but you're the kind of crazy I like. You're like the crazy for good. You're the good kind of crazy. But she's awesome. I'd love to have her on.
And T-Rev's a great guy. Okay.
Wow.
T-Rev with the spirit box.
Yeah, she does a little coffee show, Ashley. You're right, early in the morning. I watch, she's been pretty animated lately, and I love it. I watch all of her, YouTube lives.
Now we know why she's been acting a fool the way she's been acting.
Mm-hmm. She wants Seth on her channel so bad.
T-Rev, he always keeps it really neutral, positive. He tries to keep it all about
Oh my
Sebastian.
God.
Pascal is really good. I think.
Queen, stop this a minute.
Pascal. I like to watch him for any trial.
Stop this a minute. Stop this a minute. Girl, I cannot believe you were sitting there fucking saying that. He did spirit boxes. Guess what? Guess what that means? He is saying to Seth, the father of Sebastian, that he's no longer on this planet. He's doing a spirit box. And y'all promote that. Y'all think that's great, but you're friends with Seth. This is the stuff that makes me nuts.
And that's what his newfound friend thinks too.
Yeah.
That he's deceased.
Yeah. I don't have that.
I don't either.
I really don't. I
have a feeling he's still out there.
I really don't. I do not have that feeling. I just don't. I
don't either.
Not.
People for the hot dogs.
So let me.
Oh yeah, he's selling hot dogs too, slinging hot dogs next. That's right.
Well, let me tell y'all a couple things that they also said he was selling hot dogs out of Seth's basement. But So here's a cool thing about T-Rev.
Tell me.
You have a lot of these guys out here that have platforms that they don't do any good on. All they do is cause problems, and they still
Spirit
make
boxes
money.
are great then. Okay.
T-Rev has actually donated a lot of the money he's made to Seth and Sebastian.
I want to see the
addition
receipt
to
of that.
buying, all the hot dogs or whatever.
Where's the
He was not
receipt?
asked to do that.
I want the receipt
personally
of
know
that.
I was on the phone when it happened, and he bought everything out of the kindness of his heart.
And even went back to Sam's to get more water, right?
Did he take a picture of Seth's
I mean,
crotch out of
he
the
took
sign
care of
of kindness
everything.
of
I mean,
his heart?
he's actually doing good, and he's donating the money. I mean, he's leading by example, quite frankly.
Sure. He took a picture of your
Journey,
friend's crotch.
I do not believe any
No,
of the people were shot at.
No, nobody has been.
That's rumor.
Nobody has been pew-pewed. No, that's a lie.
That's rumor.
Yeah, that is a lie. That is totally false. No. The worst that anything has ever happened is people just driving by and just looking, staring, stalking, kind of like peeping, looking. But no, nobody's ever made a threat.
AJ, be good. What are you talking about? You both owe him an apology. We're not going to do drama, so if that's what this is about, you can just scroll on out.
Who owes who an apology?
Absolutely, Claudia. Money, 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 money. That's what he's singing in his head right now. Money, 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 Tony.
I will tell you this. I talked to Michelle and other people that have been on the ground searching, and even as far as threats, the only people that were threatened were people that were on private property without permission. And I mean, that's just not the right way to handle searching somebody's property.
Yes, correct. There's not been anybody that has been
All you've been doing is
That's not the same Trev. T-Rev and Trevor are two different people, guys.
Yeah, they're two different people, and we're not bringing that drama in here. Keep it out of here, and I mean it. We're
Keep
not
the
doing
echo chamber alive,
Because
girl. Keep
all
it
of y'all
alive.
don't know the whole backstory to that. Y'all are only knowing one side. There's always one side, another side, and then the truth around all of it.
The T-Rev that we're talking about that donated the food is someone totally different.
We're gonna take care of this because I'm not.
Hey, Michelle, go ahead and address that.
You really want me to address this?
Yeah, address it with what happened. That way, AJ be good, and I'll comment.
Well, I already blocked them, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's
Never
just
mind. Move on.
Yeah, we're just not. We're not gonna feed into that anymore because that I have that.
And if you get muted tonight, you're more than welcome to come back to the next live. You'll be unmuted, but just take
I don't mute
note
people. I
and-
block because if you mute, then they just report you. And he don't have an agency account. I got an agency account, so I can get my account back. But yeah, let's talk about
agency account.
I just in the video
Ooh,
press
you
conference.
the big dog.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, y'all can tag here. No, you're not blocked, Devlin. You couldn't comment in here if you were blocked, silly. They can tag you into stuff, but make sure. Are you keeping an eye on what you're getting tagged in? Or do you? No, I'm not talking about in here. I'm talking about videos and stuff. Do you even know how to do that?
Southwest, I'm not sure what you're asking. Do you know who I am? What do you mean?
You don't know who that
You're
is?
in the box, Southwest.
And
Oh, I
Trev
guess I can say it out loud.
Mm.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
He was the first one that brought Sebastian's case to you too.
Like
and
I'm new to
I'm
TikTok, but I
Pascal's
think.
mod.
Oh, okay. All right. That's awesome.
I'm not used to TikTok live. Sorry.
No, you're all right. You're all right. No, we so he lives in St. Louis, as you well know, and I was born and raised in Joplin. And you know, when I say we talk regular, I mean very regular, 2-3 times a day. And I never got to meet him before yesterday, and we spent all day and night together. And he's just he's as pure in real life as he is on camera. I'll say that.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, he's awesome, man. That was I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I was so excited to be there. So like Pascal made my day when I got to meet him. I was like, what? I was like, he really showed up. And so then I gave
Oh
him
my
crap this morning
God.
when he had his live. I said he was spreading awareness about Sebastian's vigil and all that this morning, how cool it was and how he did all that. And I said, well, and I made a joke with him. I said, now you can tell Seth that you went to church. Because you know how Seth always gives him crap and he's like, you need to be at church, you know, and all that. I said, now you just tell Seth, I came to church.
And something else too, Nicole's on here and she's my sister. She runs our Facebook page. She also runs Caleb's page, and her and I are real close. Here's the thing. We are here for Sebastian. You know, the thing is, Nicole, we would love to talk nothing but about Sebastian. But the hard truth here is none of us that are fighting this fight know anything about Sebastian other than what we've learned through the case. So, you know, even about Caleb, I can talk about Caleb all day, but I didn't know Caleb before this happened. So, you know, I would absolutely love to just talk about the child, but we have to talk about supporting him, and we have to talk about supporting Seth and whatnot, because none of us know Sebastian. And that's, I mean, I met a girl at the Waffle House that, you know, knew him 10 times better than the rest of us because he ate in there twice a month. So, you know, it's just real hard to talk solely about the child when none of us have ever met the child, you know.
I know more sad things about Sebastian and his life.
Nicole, I want to
thanks to his
thank
daddy.
you publicly for, yeah, I agree with you, sister. No drama. I agree. Whoa.
I switched you.
You sure did. Boy, look at that. I just went from being the boss to reporting to somebody.
Well, I was trying to post. Sorry, I was trying to. You're good. I'll switch it back. I was trying to find
You're good. If you can put Sebastian up there, I'll be in the little box all night long. I'm good with that.
Yeah, but it's not. I'm trying to find a good picture to post or to put up here that'll fit in this.
Were any of y'all on that? Yeah, dispelling rumors. Sometimes it is important. I agree. Were any of y'all on those 2 lives I tried to do last night while I was driving? Boy, that was a train wreck.
No, but I
Yes,
heard
that was
about
crazy.
them. I was not in there.
I mean, this the way they monitor stuff is wild. I mean, it's like
law. You know that?
So you
They've
can't.
gotten so much more strict here lately.
Yeah, you can't drive. You get a 10-minute timeout for that.
I got 2 of them.
Did you really?
You should have stopped
I
after
got
the
all the way
first
back
one.
to the hotel.
You
and
and
by
Beth
the time
can't
I got
follow
there,
rules.
And you never tell people that you're driving. You always say you're teleporting.
Well, he had his GPS on too.
Oh, see, man, no.
Michelle, I'm a complete rookie. I'm sorry.
We gotta help you out.
I tell you, between Chase and Cindy, they kind of got me educated, but I'm still low level educated.
Amen. I agree with that.
Well, I just thought I'd tell you, Tony, that I have a degree in public relations and quite a bit of experience in PR and marketing. If you'd like to bounce anything off me, feel free to contact me. I'll send you an email.
Will you message me with your name and phone number? Because Cajun can tell you, I had a super sweet lady reach out to me off the Facebook page, and I'm getting a little over 100 messages a day, and I don't always have time to go through those. But if you want to reach out to me, we can text, and Cajun can tell you I'm always available by phone.
Right. And if you can't reach him and you need me to get a message to him, just reach out to me on my account on Cajun. It's Kayjen. I'm having to use my husband's because I got nannered, and I'm in timeout until Saturday.
Wonder why.
I'm gonna comment again, guys, and if you would follow my backup. Every time I try to type follow in the comments, it filters it.
You said
Winner-
K-A-Y what?
Winner, I knew it. I'm not sure what you're referring to.
Kayjen. I just commented again. I said, hey guys, that one's my backup one. I'm trying to get enough on it so I can have full live access on it.
Wish there was a way we could.
Did they change the amount of followers you had to have to get in a box? Because it was 200.
No, I think it's 1,000. It's always been 1,000.
Well, no, for my first one, I only had to have 200 to get in a box of someone else's, but then I had to have 1,000 to go live.
To go live. Oh yeah, I don't know, Michelle. It's hard to read
It's only 200 to get in a box.
Well, I've got over that now, and it's still not letting me. But I mean, I just got it not long ago, so I don't know why.
200
I went
without
out,
family.
I closed it all out, and it still won't let me.
But your mustache is cute on this one. Yeah, they talk about your picture again.
Somebody said 800 to get in a box. Well, I think we've been getting them in the box with 200.
It's 200 for a box and 800 for a live. That's what I had to have on my other account. But I didn't know if they had just changed it in the last few days.
Yeah.
But I know
Because
it was 200 and 800.
We've ran into a lot of people jumping in the lives, and they're like, well, I don't have 200 to get in the box, and then when they get their 200, they don't even get up in the box.
Yeah. I think 200 will get you in with no picture.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what it's supposed to. And I've got over that now, but it still won't let me get up on that account. But I still need more followers so I can get to full live access with it. But
if you quit acting wrong, you wouldn't get bananaed.
I know I can't help it. It's no fun.
Can you send Michelle the Amber Alert audio to play for us?
Exactly.
Michelle, if I send you that, can you play that for everybody? That'll get everybody freaked out.
What?
If I send you, do you know how to play this audio if I send it to you right now on a text?
Well, I'm on that phone right now.
I can send it to me. I can do it.
Okay.
I was gonna say you would have to send it to my other.
Hang tight.
I tell you, I'm not sure if I'm ready. It just gets crazier and crazier.
Where is who came from, Kim? Who are you talking about? I thought it's always been 1,000 to go live, y'all.
So, okay, Tony's gone then? Did he fall off or what?
I
He
have
ain't
no
coming back?
idea. Maybe he's in the box with no holes. That's what I'm praying for.
He needs to be in the penalty box.
I'm guessing so.
Box with no holes is my vote. And you know
it's not
what?
showing him up here.
And I'm glad Seth had a good day. You know what I mean? Look, wasn't hurting, wasn't raging out on nobody. I'm glad that he had support there. I'm glad that people brought him gifts. I'm glad that he had a good day. He needed a good day. I'm very glad of that. It's just the misinformation that I have just huge issues with, and supporting people that sit there and say, T-Rev, you're great, so-and-so, you're great, while that person is taking pictures of your friend's crotch.
Yeah. Just say what it
is.
is. It was a meet and greet.
Right. And that's great,
That's fine.
But I don't need to get a motorcycle or get in my car or go to a church or go to a school to bend my knee for Sebastian. Get that straight. And that's who hurt. I have a feeling that Sebastian is out there. And I hope and pray to God he does not know now what all's going on, what his dad has put out against him, that will, that's that's one of the worst things I've ever heard a parent doing. And then against his mother that he loves. Whether Seth hates her or not, that's still his mother and he loves her. And you're doing nothing but hurting her. And Seth is going to have so many regrets when he has to look in his son's eyes. That's what hurts me about Seth. That's why I wish he had one good person to say, Seth, one day you're going to forget T-Rev and his spirit box. If you support that, you're supporting Sebastian is gone. I won't do that. really, one day you're going to have to look in your son's eyes and you're going to have to answer for the things that you did to him and his mother and his stepfather that he does love. He has taken care of him. It doesn't mean he loves you any less. And that's what hurts my heart, because I think Seth's going to have some real regrets. And money and GoFundMes and T-shirts and ego boosts and bullshit and spreading hate and drama is not going to mend that relationship. It's just not.
Nope.
That's what hurts me. I wish one good person could get that through to Seth. And that's for Seth to accept and change and do, you know. But I'm glad he did have a good day. I really am. I'm glad that he was relaxed. He could laugh. I'm glad for all those things. But don't sit there and say it was such a great day. It was such a great day, and then dog law enforcement. You don't know what they had going on that day. You have no clue, lady. You have no clue.
Yeah, these parents need to have good days.
Did you use a different name when you called into T-Ref tonight? Doug.
No,
Okay. Sorry, just kidding.
no, I only have this name, and then that's one of my old doggies. So no, that's it. And I don't normally, in fact, Tony knows I normally don't go live with my picture because I am retired law enforcement.
Yes, sir. I do know that.
Sure.
And,
Let me see the receipt.
I went on chases.
We had a
because
retired
I
law
wanted to
enforcement up
remember
here
right
a couple
away
weeks ago.
Yeah.
to show people who I was.
Yeah.
You can be anybody you want to be on the internet.
Yeah, exactly. I'm an astronaut.
I'm sick of them. People need to let it go.
I greatly appreciate you saying that, man. I agree.
How do we let it all go when we have no facts to actually move forward to finding this young boy?
The best thing I can tell you is let them do their job. That's all I'm going to say. Let law enforcement do their job.
I agree
I've
with
been
that.
on very, very high profile cases. And we never told the families what was going on until we had the person or the person was in custody. That's when we know what's going on. And
I agree. I've been saying that.
And I mean, that's usually what happens. And in those cases. Now, in this case, we're talking about a missing person.
Oh, shit.
And that's what I'm going to say. It's a missing person.
What happened?
And we need to find this missing person. That's what I still believe. I always will believe this, and I have not stopped.
I thought he was going to say something different. Sorry.
So, Blue, when you say missing person, is it your theory that he walked out of that house?
I can't. Let me.
Well, didn't you say that police officer announced that he was picked up by an unknown vehicle?
Yeah, that's what the officer said.
And the reason I asked that is you and I have a good relationship, and I respect you. But the problem, the reason I just want to know what you think. But the reason I asked that is we've been told that they literally have no evidence that he ever even left the house on his own, and that's why I asked that question.
Well, it's hard to say. I mean, I'm not that officer. I didn't see what happened.
Right.
And I wasn't there. So I can't elaborate on what that officer saw or what he heard or what he's what went on. And unless you're there and see what happens or saw or he saw something or if he saw the car or whatever, or somebody said, hey, this is what happened. This is still what's called hearsay evidence. It's not a full-fledged thing. That's why they say an unknown vehicle.
Right. Well, listen, Blue, listen to this Amber Alert and tell us what you think after listening to this, if you can stay on for a second.
Yeah, well, let me take it out of my ears because I have PTSD.
Okay. I'm sorry about that too, buddy.
All right, are we ready?
Yep, we're ready. Tee it up.
Broadcasting live at US.Watch to help find Sebastian Rogers. He was abducted by unknown suspect, possibly in an unknown vehicle. Carefully navigate to your assigned watch zone and check in to claim your reward at US.Watch/Find Sebastian. Do not trespass or confront the suspect. To report a sighting or any suspicious activity, call 911 or tap the phone button. Stay tuned in to this broadcast at US.Watch/Find Sebastian to get the latest information and search instructions pertaining to this alert. I'm going to let Deputy Phillips take it from here.
Thank you, Deputy Skaggs. And thank you to everyone actively searching at US.Watch/Find Sebastian. Curtis Harris just cleared their first watch zone. Today's top searchers are Melanie Smith with 2 zones cleared, Janice Schneider with 1 zone cleared, and Curtis Harris with 1 zone cleared. Keep up the great work, everyone.
This is Deputy Michaels.
Yeah.
You gotta be kidding me.
That's a drop the mic moment, right, guys?
Wait.
Yep.
Oh my
What do you
God.
think about that?
Isn't that
Blue?
one of those scam things?
Only, again, they
Yep.
just said an unknown person, unknown vehicle.
So,
they
is it your experience that they would have to have really, really strong evidence to release it that way from a deputy?
How do you know that's a deputy? So
I can't elaborate.
I respect that.
I'm gonna have to put it that way.
Okay.
I don't want to.
But there was at least some sort of evidence to cause it to be released that way, correct? Some sort of evidence or some belief.
I can't elaborate.
Okay, fair enough.
When did that get aired?
Oh my God.
Right after it happened.
And that's been airing since. Correct?
No.
I don't believe so.
No.
This is the first that I have ever heard that.
It was that one went out immediately, but they retracted it right away.
Why?
Well, that was kind of my whole point in saying that, everybody talks about misinformation, but we've got. I don't believe that misinformation necessarily means lying, but there has been misinformation on this case, as well as there still is on the TBI flyer. That's kind of my whole point, is it gets everybody confused and everybody goes crazy because they don't know what's fact and what's fiction and what's misinformation and what's misleading. And, it just gets convoluted.
because you put a bucket load out tonight of it.
And that
Real
goes back to
searches.
my suggestion, maybe
Real
everybody
searches don't say
is
top
focused
searcher
so
so and so.
much
That thing's a
on
scam.
CP and KP.
It's like
What'd you say, Ro?
it's like a AI voice recording.
Yeah.
It's bullcrap. It's bullcrap.
That's that thing that Glare that one time thought that was real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Y'all are swift, boy. I'm telling you what. Say, Tony, this is misinformation, you moron. But okay, you're the expert. Okay.
No, but in all reality, our focus should be on finding Sebastian and looking for Sebastian.
So let me comment real quick to what Ashley said. Ashley, you hit the nail right on the head. When everybody came after Stephen, and you say that maybe what he said wasn't so wrong at all, I still strongly believe that
he said
that's what he was told. I don't believe he got it wrong. But I believe that when he talked to the next detective, that
he admitted he lied.
We're still waiting on the video or the audio on that, by the way, because that conversation was recorded. Now, if that's not,
yeah, he's a fucking sham.
He admitted he lied, but you're saying, well, I don't. Yeah, I think maybe he was telling the truth. He admitted he lied. Oh
It's
my
just a lot
God.
of 26, and we just want the facts, because without the facts, then we don't know what happened, and we never will. So, I do believe, and I agree with Blue. I generally trust law enforcement, and I do believe Sebastian will be found. I don't know what's in parentheses there. They're a lime. The real me. I do believe he'll be found, and I believe Caleb will be found. And I hope and I pray that they'll be found the way we want them to be found. But I think we would all agree that with every passing day, I mean, it's more frustrating as a parent and spokesperson. And Blue, I mean, would it be fair to say that the further we go on, the worse it is, in your professional opinion?
The first 48 hours are the most intense.
Right.
If you don't find anything in the first 48 hours, it becomes a harder case to find.
Right.
It's harder and harder after that. The detectives are probably doing the best they can. TBI is probably doing the best they can. You got to remember, ladies and gentlemen, and this is what I'm going to put out plain and simple. There's a while back, everybody came out with defund the police.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible.
And when that happened, a lot of agencies lost grants. When they lost their grants, they weren't able to hire people. Most agencies in Nashville don't make what I was making in California.
Well, duh, the
So
cost
just
of
to
living
give you
is
an
different.
example, they make maybe, if they're lucky, $20 an hour. I mean, it's unreal. So I mean, it's just sad. Most of them have to do moonlighting, a second job in uniform to keep doing.
That's terrible.
I've been retired since 2006.
Can you not hit me?
Yeah, so Cajun, will you just play the first part of that again? People are asking for that. Will you play that again? Ocean, how are you doing this evening? Haven't talked to you in a while.
Oh my God.
Michael Skaggs, broadcasting live at US.watch to help find Sebastian Rogers. He was abducted by unknown suspect, possibly in an unknown vehicle. Carefully navigate to your assigned watch zone and check in to claim your reward at US.watch/find Sebastian. Do not trespass or confront a suspect. To report a sighting or any suspicious activity, call 911 or tap
Oh
the
my
phone.
God, this guy is either dumb or a scam artist, one or the other.
This is ridiculous, y'all. This has got to be the all-time stupidest thing.
No, they played the audio on the end. Infamous is not. I mean, it's not anything relevant. It's just a whole much more verbiage. So that's why I'm not having her play the whole thing. But it's not like we're trying to just play the part.
That's not a regular Amber Alert.
Thank you.
So what would you call that, Blue? Would you call that a first watch that comes before the Amber Alert?
Yeah, that's.
Well, are you saying,
because an Amber
Rowena?
Alert?
It's called bullshit. That's what it's called.
That's why I said I had to take my earpiece out.
Yeah, sounds like a whole lot of bullshit.
And you notice, I've never heard law enforcement say, call, be on the alert. He was taken in an unidentified car, so you don't know what you're looking for, and then go to your area and watch for him, and then claim your reward.
Yeah, claim your reward.
You're a fool. You're an
And top
absolute
searchers,
fool.
talking about top searchers.
Yeah. Call the glare. Call the glare and ask him how that went. Damn.
So either he's using this as a sham, or he's just really freaking dumb.
I think he's using it as a sham. I think he look. Any normal person knows this is not real. Sorry.
Right.
I mean, come on now, common sense. I mean, come on now.
And this other guy who is supposedly a ex-cop is letting him play this, and he hasn't said anything.
Right.
So obviously he's not an ex-cop, because at first he started saying good things, trust law enforcement.
Yeah.
Well, and it was like, oh, great. And then all of a sudden he's like, but da-da-da. And I was like, oh, shit. That's when I said, oh, shit.
Yep.
I didn't realize I was not on mute. I
When
thought he was
wouldn't
going to
give
turn it around.
Yeah, when he wouldn't give his opinion on what happened, I thought, okay, all right, that sounds responsible. Okay.
I thought, yes, we're going in the right direction. Yay.
Yep, I'm with you. They're doing the best they can. No, they're not going to tell the parents. Okay, you're saying all the right things, but you're letting this fool play a sham call and put out the biggest misinformation that now he's been abducted. But law enforcement has come out and said, we
They have
don't
evidence.
know.
Yeah.
This is not an Amber Alert. Well, what is it? It's a scam, you friggin' moron. And I want to hear the rest of that verbiage that you don't want to play. I want to hear that verbiage. I do.
Yeah.
I want to hear that. Because is it like go to this website and, donate $5 to the,
Right.
I want to hear the rest of the verbiage on this.
Why did he say he wouldn't play the rest of it?
He said it was just verbiage. It's just verbiage, y'all. Y'all don't need to hear that. It's just verbiage. Tony, I don't know how you sleep at night, my dude. I really don't, brother. In the words of Pascal, stop it. I really do wish Seth had better people around him because he has got scum around him and they are completely misguiding him.
And he's
feel
probably
bad
played
for
this
him. I
for
really
Seth.
do. Now he's wild out on his own, and the stuff he's doing I don't agree with. But he does not have one person around him that is saying, "Hey man, this is about your son, and you're gonna have to look him in the eye one day and explain all this. So let's try it this way. Let's try it this way. Let's put that anger, that hate aside, everything that you've got for Chris and Katie, and think about the love of your son." That's what I wish one person would stand up and say to Seth. Well, just one. But they're not going to, because if they do that, Seth will quit talking, and then what happens? What happens to T-Rev when Seth quits talking? What happens to all of them? The reason why the person that we don't speak of, the reason why she's white knighting so bad is because she wants him on her channel. She's licking them chops for that.
Yep. Sounds like she's going to get it too.
Yeah, and they don't get along with JLR, so here we go. So now we're gonna. I was like, why is she doubling down on JLR? I mean, we know they're fighting and everything, but man, but she had to make a big deal over a badge, and a Facebook group, which I think that was her content, so that hurts her channel. But now she's got to wild out because she's got to prove that I stand for him to get him on her channel.
Yep.
It's not difficult to see. It's sad. I'm gonna hop down, baby. I'm gonna hop down and chat because I gotta go pee, and I don't want y'all to, hear me, see me, all the things. You know how it is. I'd have a cam slip, boy, break the internet, baby. But yeah, I'm just letting y'all know that I'm a supermodel on weekends. The Victoria's Secret supermodel. I'm one of those, and then I'm president. The economy will come back. I promise y'all, I'm president during the week. So I'm just letting y'all know that.
And that's when a cam slip's going to happen, is when you pee.
Oh, I know. And I got to pee. Yeah, I can't even laugh because I'm going to pee up myself. I know. That'd be my luck.
Have a good night.
All right, I'll see y'all down in chat.
All right, baby.
Seth, I hope you get better people around you. I really do.
Oh boy.
And I do. Look. I pray for all these kids, but I swear I prayed for Seth. Like whatever bitterness you have in your heart over whatever happened between you and your ex-wife, I hope you can put that aside for the love of your child. And I think he does love Sebastian. I do.
Yeah, I
I
believe
think
in
he
that.
does love him. I really do. And I'm telling you, but mm, I, I came from a jacked up family. I'm telling you, there's some of the girls know. One person in here knows. And Sebastian, uh, the disappointment in a parent is something at 59 years old. I still can't get over. Um, and not just a little disappointment. I'm talking about big stuff like this. Not on YouTube, thank God, because it would have been done on YouTube. But yeah, having to change schools and uh,
Yeah.
it traumatizes you as a child. He's 15 years old, and I just want him to come home to a healthy family unit, and I hope they do have a good relationship one day. But I just wish really one person, just one good person come into his life. But it's like every good person that's trying to give him good advice, he gets mad and rages out on. It's like Trevor Lee. Look, he made a mistake. Okay, I look. I can give some grace. I really can. But he's the one that brought Sebastian's case to YouTube. He lives there. He's the one that brought it to YouTube.
Right.
And the things you said to him, and then you throw up Summer Wells in there, dude.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. And y'all get ready. June 15th's right around the corner, baby.
Yep.
Summer
Yep.
Wells is about to get cranked up. Year
Yep.
3.
Hold on, I'm gonna look at something. Hold on.
He's
You
gonna
know,
have
they're
to.
calling it an abduction and a possible vehicle. Well, if you know that it's an abduction, then you should know whether it was a vehicle or not.
Yeah,
There's
Melissa,
got to be some kind of evidence there to back it up.
Melissa, I agree that you don't always need a vehicle in an abduction, but I mean, it got my attention that they even use the word abduction.
Until we do more research on it, I don't think we need to play it again at this point.
Well, I mean, we're calling it what it is. I mean, it was released from from U.S. Watch.
Right.
No, and we're not saying that it's anything it's not. We're saying
Okay.
that
We're not saying that it's factual.
Okay. Okay. I'm just looking out for you.
Yeah, we're gonna call it not factual until we vet it.
Yeah,
exactly. Right. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, because honestly, there's a lot of loons out there, and anybody can make a website, and anybody can create an app, right?
Right.
So you have to make sure that he is an actual law. So when you reach out to him, I would ask him for his credentials.
Yes.
Right.
Because there's a lot of deputies that go by deputies on this app, and you know most of them aren't even deputies.
Right.
He's not saying he's active. He's not saying he's retired. So I would ask him for his credentials, and then.
And guys, look, people saying it's already on YouTube. This was out there on the website. This was how it was captured. So I mean, it's out there for the public to see and hear.
This was posted on the 27th.
Correct. So I mean, it's not anything that I'm playing that is not already out for the world to hear.
Yeah, just vet everything before you bring it, or you will get eaten alive.
To the user in the comments, most of the time things are vetted 100% before they are talked about. Like we said, this is allegedly here, but it will be vetted. We can guarantee that.
Do you have his Twitter address, Tony?
No, I don't. If you'll send that to me, then
Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll message that to you, and then reach out to him. And it looks like I don't know, he started another app too.
Okay.
Thank you. I was about to take care of that one.
It
Got
says
it
he
for
helped
you.
Haley. He helped pass Haley's law. I don't know what Haley's law is. Is anybody familiar with Haley's law? But here's the thing: you can't take people at their word. My district attorney in my county lied and said that he passed Marcy's law, and he did not. Our own district attorney. So that's what I'm
Haley's
saying.
law, a dangerous instrumentally is an item that is in the manner of its use or intended use as applied to a child. It is capable of producing serious bodily injury to a child. Serious bodily injury to a child is defined in this section.
Does it say who the authors of that bill are?
Let me click on it a little bit further.
Yeah, infamous. Let's see. Yeah, it is public on their website. All we're doing is playing a clip from their website. Haley's Law is part of the National Amber Alert System. I believe it started in Missouri, somebody said.
According to this Tennessee code, 2021 Tennessee Code Title 39, Criminal Offenses, Chapter 15, Offenses Against the Family, Part 4, Children, Haley's Law, Aggravated Child Abuse, Aggravated Child Neglect, or Endangerment definitions.
Yeah, and just to clear this up, Ocean, I called it an Amber Alert early on, and it's clearly not an actual Amber Alert. So, just to clear that up, I mean, I think when you listen to it, it's not the official Amber Alert.
If I were you, I would do a post on here instead of going live when you get off. Create a post to do a clarification. Let people know that the information is going to be vetted. That you misspoke. You're going to vet it tomorrow. That way, people can come to the page. They can read it, and then once you vet the information, then you can come back again and you can do another post. Because here's the thing: not everybody catches the lives, right? Not everybody's hearing us say that you misspoke, that you're going to call tomorrow. They're going to run with it. They're going to say he's saying this and this is not true. And once again, you know what I mean? So just to protect your own butt. And then also not everybody's able to listen like right now. They're going to hear it secondhand on YouTube tomorrow. They can come back to the page and see you putting it in your own words.
Right.
Do you know how to create a TikTok? I mean, do you know how to do a post?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So I would just do that and just say, stay tuned for further details and clarification on this.
Yeah.
Just to cover your butt,
And other TikTokers play stuff like that all the time,
Yeah, spreading misinformation, you're going to have to nip that shit right in the ass. Old Tony
Right.
Tone to the bone. Because that's some bullshit.
Can't hear Tony.
I think it's important. And, I wanted to share it because I wanted you guys to hear it. And we had a law enforcement retired officer there explain it to us. Well, that's why we're talking about it. I think it's significant until it's not.
There was an Amber Alert, Diane. There was an Amber Alert put out for him, an actual Amber Alert, but it's for that state.
Right.
So,
It wasn't national.
Yeah, those of us that are not in the state, we can't refer back to it. We don't, I don't know what it said. So I would be curious to see what the actual wording was, compare it to this watch, website, because I'm just really curious to hear how he came up with his wording of that post.
Ocean, what date was that put out by chance?
4/27.
Okay.
4/27.
I'm sorry,
2/27.
Okay.
So I'll send you. I gotta hop off, but I'll send you the that link, Tony, so you can message him directly. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
So, I mean, what do you guys think? That sounds like something worth digging into, right?
Absolutely.
We've dug into everything else. It's not going to hurt.
Yeah. I mean, I think that everything is, like somebody said in the comments, everything's significant until it's not.
People have literally dug into trash cans. I mean, come on now. I mean, this is worth digging into.
Well, I mean, you have to dig into the leads like that until they are debunked. So,
Right. The videos of people having their kids climbing trash cans, though, those.
No, Tony making shit up and making up fucking misinformation and putting it out there, and then other people having to go debunk it is what's bullshit. Because this is the second fucking time he's done the shit.
Tony,
Right, he wants everybody to
I
think
sent
he's
you
got
an
all this
email
background
that has all my
information.
information in it. Whatever you want me to do, just read through it and tell me what you need, okay?
Okay. Thank you very much.
And you can just knock me off your panel. Smack me down. Good night.
Good night.
Can one of you girls do
I
that?
got it.
Thank you.
I'm not sure.
A reminder for everybody that's on here, please use your TikTok words.
yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. Did we screw up?
Wasn't you?
Oh, okay.
Was it me?
No.
Okay.
Southwest was reading something.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
And we just got to be careful. We don't want to lose this account.
That's correct.
Yeah,
So-
that's right.
So you got to use your tickety-tookety words, as I always call it. And whenever you're referring to Bookface, it's Bookface, not the other one.
That's right.
I'm going to have to send you the dictionary of tickety-tookety.
You're always looking out for us, Blue.
Well, and it's hard. I mean, I started moderating for a guy that was doing something bad for a while, and then I found out he was doing something bad. And then I was contacting I was in the process of contacting everybody and telling them this guy's not good. And I felt bad because what he was doing. And anyway, just make a long story short. So and I found out all the TikTok words, and I've been moderating for about 5 or 6 months, maybe, or longer, since about November, around there, and for different people. And it's jumping back and forth. Like I was in a different live right now, but there was like only 7 or 8 people before I came over to yours, and there was all 7 or 8 people were the moderators.
Oh.
So there was no reason for me to be there.
Right.
If you see what I mean. So there, and that's what I'm saying. And I get notifications, but if you're in a live, you don't always get the notification. That's what people don't realize.
Right.
I didn't know you were live, but it is getting late. It is, it's 11:20 Pacific Standard Time, so I'm pretty sure it's about 1:20 your time, right?
It is.
And I know you got to work in the morning.
Yes, you do. You know me well.
So do you need the sound of reason?
You about 3 times when it was bedtime, and if you tell me it's bedtime now, then we're going to call it a night.
I think it's close. I mean, I think it's time. I think everybody's had enough information. I think everybody needs to know that what they need to know, and we'll just go from there and have another beautiful day when we come back again some other day.
You too, buddy. Does anybody else have any other questions before we call it a night? All right. Well, I sure appreciate all you guys, and we appreciate you supporting Sebastian and Seth, and again, can't tell you how much we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you,
Hey,
guys.
I want
Yeah, I was tired of his fucking mouth. I can't.
Wow.
Yeah, wow is fucking right. But you know what? Listen, it's 1:30 here, and I got to get up in 5 hours. So
Hey.
5 hours, I'm gonna be tired as hell. So I will catch y'all tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I'm
Karen
getting
Reed
tired
trial's
too.
back going again, so we'll be watching the Karen Reed trial.
Okay, bye. Thanks for having me up.
Thank you for having me up, baby. Good night, or thanks for coming up. I mean, good night.
Good night.
Good night, y'all. Thanks for coming and hanging out. I appreciate y'all. I got to get up early, like 4 hours. So I'll catch y'all on the flip side. We'll be live tomorrow for the Karen Reed stuff. I will see y'all tomorrow morning. Good night, y'all. You ain't got to go home, but you can't stay here.